approached Abode to take up the 6-week challenge. We were very, very interested in what that meant in terms of it was risk-free for us, there was no fee to pay. And very, very quickly, George came round to do a valuation on our property. We were very happy with that valuation and accepted it. And then the property was marketed very, very quickly. Straight away, we had 3 viewings within the first couple of days, which was really, really good. And on the third viewing, we had an offer made. It was the right offer for us. We accepted the offer, and very, very quickly we were handed to the conveyancing team at Abode, who were very, very professional and very helpful with the communication all the way through the process. We've now 10 weeks in, we're ready to exchange contracts. It's gone really, really quickly. We've had good communication throughout, and we've been very, very happy with the way Abode have dealt with our sale. We're familiar with Abode. They market a lot of properties in the local area, so we tried the same, and 10 weeks later we've sold our property.
So a part of being a valuer, the first part of that whole process is when a customer rings us and says they would like a valuation for their property. For me, there's 3 main aspects to a valuation usually, and they can be broken down into 3 parts. The first being very simple, it's why you're there in the first place, to value the property and provide that service to the customer. The second part is how you implement that price and what you do from a marketing perspective to achieve that price. And I think finally the most important, when you're actually there speaking to a customer trying to explain the valuation process, the more you speak to a customer, you have to understand them. Everybody's needs are completely different, whether you're buying or selling. So the 6-week challenge is an initiative that we launched this year and offered it to all of our customers. What the 6-week challenge is an intensive marketing strategy to try and achieve the best price for our customers within a 6 weeks time frame.
I came across Abode about 8 years ago. We were looking for some land to build a house. Because of the service we'd received when purchasing the land, Abode would naturally be our first point of contact when choosing an estate agent. I like the fact that we're a family business, and to me communication is absolutely key. And one thing I can say about Abode is they constantly keep you informed step by step. On the valuation day I felt really comfortable it was Dave who was attending. As working with him in the past, he's been very professional and took into consideration all the angles and points that I wanted to put forward. What really impressed me about the valuation day, my appointment was at 10 o'clock. I didn't feel rushed. I was really happy with the images that he'd taken. By 3:45, my property was marketed, the images were uploaded, and it was ready to launch. I would 100% recommend Abode, purely because they offer fantastic service, great communication, and they dare to care.
My job and my aim is to work out what's important. Have you set your heart on something? And also to look in the office, do we have a lot of buyers? Can I take advantage of the market for you? And then I'll back that up with some comparable evidence to show you what your street's been doing, what your neighbourhood's been doing, what the stock levels are like. And then between us we'll work out what's best to suit you, but my aim is to get you the best possible price.
So when we conduct a valuation, we obviously appear at the property, and having done a morning's worth of research on every individual house that we're going to see, that takes into account looking at the history of that particular property and also recent sales within the surrounding areas. So we've got a good understanding anyway of local knowledge of what we believe it's worth, but also the market's constantly changing. So I've always got to keep up to date myself of what road's doing well and what roads may not be doing so well. To be a good estate agent, you haven't just got to be doing your job valuing properties, you've got to look after those customers, because in small towns like Burton-on-Trent, a reputation is very, very important.
Once an offer has been agreed, we will obtain proof of funds, ID, solicitors, and at this point we will instruct the solicitors and issue the memorandum of sale. Once the solicitors are instructed, we have a dedicated sales progression team who keep in contact with both buyer, vendor and solicitors to make sure that the transaction runs as smoothly as possible. Once we get to the point of exchange, this is where we would organise with the vendor and the purchaser the handover of keys so they can enjoy their new home. There's a number of ways you can contact Abode: by telephone, email, via our website or our online chat.